My name is Bill Peters, and I own Rockstar Opals.
So we were talking about the rough, the potch and color and stuff like that. Rough opal on I don't know if it was our last episode, but it was something like that. And we've got a lot of color here, a lot of potch and color, very inexpensive stuff. Now, if you want to start off cutting opal, this is what you start off with. You don't go crazy. I went off crazy, man, on it. And I spent tons and tens of thousands of dollars doing this stuff. And it's the opal trap. We've talked about that before. I wouldn't want anybody to get into that. You have to be able to afford, to do this kind of stuff. Or you want to learn how to do it, then this is what you do. You buy potch and color. And then you learn how to cab, you learn how to shape. And you can see by all this stuff right here, this is all color. I got color here, I got color here. This isn't wet though, but this I wet down a little bit. See, you got a little bit of color here. And you just learn how to shape that, because shaping is going to be most important. People don't like freeforms. Designers like freeform stones. Jewelers don't like free forms. They like calibrated, cabbed properly, backs cut properly. So that's what you want to learn how to do. You want to learn how to do that kind of stuff. And you're good at it, and you can pick it up real easy, then it'll be really fast for you. But this is the way to go for anybody that is going to get into the opal business, is just to start off with this stuff right here. It's very inexpensive. You can get this for $1 a gram, which is 5 carats. 5 carats you get for $1. And that's cheap. I've got bags of this stuff, like literally bags of potch and color. And any one of them stones can cut a gem. It can cut something really sweet. And what I consider a gem now is not what everybody else is considering gems. Like some of these stones right here, you'd cut this stone. And again, I think we said this before, when I first started, I thought I was the greatest cutter ever. I thought I was going to be a natural at it. And it turns out that I wasn't. I had to cut tens of thousands of opal, shaping and cabbing. And still, I'm still learning every time I turn around. And people are going to tell me, as a matter of fact, when they watch these videos that we have, I think we're up to 10 episodes now, maybe 11. And if somebody has anything to say about it, constructively, please tell me if I'm wrong. But for the most part, this has just been my experience of cutting opal. And again, I spent the money, and now I have thousands of them. You can look at rockstaropals.com, and you can look at the stuff that we posted so far. And there's a lot of stones in there, but that's nothing compared to what I have. I went to Tucson and I took all my opal. And I had so much, it was just overwhelming. I couldn't even put out a whole box of it. I'm talking about a tote this big. It was absolutely huge. And just learning how to do this is the best way to go. Learn how to take a stone like this. This is probably about 7-8 carats. Cut this down, get that little blue out of here, and cut a little stone. And then cab it. Learn how to shape it proper. And anybody that's into opal, anybody that's around the world, will help you cut proper. Ben, Bill, all kinds of people in Australia can actually help you too. Because this is a really small community. Everybody pretty much knows everybody. So that's what I would recommend doing, starting off with the potch and color. Very, very cheap. And then you can decide if you want to elevate yourself to the better stuff. You can graduate. Let's say start off crawling, crawl, walk, run. And that's going to depend on to be able to sell it. Selling is very tough. Cut stones, very tough to sell. You have to be well known. You have to be a straight up guy or straight up lady, to go ahead and have people build their trust to be able to sell stones. I post them every day on 60 forums, and I get a lot of thumbs up. All my stuff is fantastic looking. A lot of it is just absolutely gorgeous. And still, even today, after years of doing this, hard to sell a stone. The economy sucks a little bit right now around the world. So, but things are going to get better very soon. I'm very confident about that. But if you, just like myself, I'm betting on the long run here, where I've got the stuff, so I know that people are going to need opal. It's still a commodity. People are going to need it around the world for many, many years to come. And if the supply is not there for cutters like myself or for other people out there to cut, then they're going to be coming to people like myself, that have already got all these cut stones, and I'm not giving them away at that point. Right now, I don't mind sharing it with the world, but when it comes push to shove, and there's no more Opal left, Rockstar Opals has them.
Alright, I've got this Coober Pedy. It's a large stone, but it's got a line going right through this. See right there? All the way along. So I'm going to whack this off here. And I'm going to take it down on this bigger wheel. Let's take it down to that color. About to here. Still got a long ways to go. And I can probably shift this over here. Let's see. Maybe we can do this right here. And I'll hit this wheel right here. There we go. We got it under 40. Alright, the color's starting to come through right there. Get down to the thinner bars, we just got to take our time. You can see that the bars right there. You can see a little bit more of it right there. It's going to be a very thin line. I'll be able to blow through that thing really quick and I don't pay attention. Through here, you can see a little bit coming up in here. Green flashed. See some good pattern, too, some flagstone pattern, yeah. See some up here, down here, over here. And this is my, it's probably like, I don't know, maybe 400. I'm not really too sure. I like it. It gets the base scratches out, slows me down a little bit. So you definitely want to try and not burn through that color. That's a shot we had to take because I don't really see it hanging out. I got some good color there. But is it going to be worse? I mean, I take the back out anyway, so. I'm not seeing it. I was kind of hoping. I mean, there is some definite pattern there. Definitely color, but it's not strong as I was hoping for. And if I go too much farther, you can see, I mean, right here, it looks like it dips here in the center. This one's really not going to turn out all too well. Not as I expected it would. Yeah, see, it's right there. So I'm not going to definitely get the color. Not like I got on the other side. I'm going for 600. You know, this looks really worn out so bad, but no worse. I got another wheel to put on it. I'm just not ready for it yet. Yeah, so you can see a lot of color coming through here, but again, it's just not, I don't think it's going to be enough to warrant a two-sided stone. Just keep on working on it a little bit more. If it disappears, no harm, no foul. It's really not expecting it. It is coming through, but again, it's just not strong enough. Be really cool if all of a sudden, bam, you know, just this, and you got yourself a gem. Everybody knows how rare that is, so I mean, it really is coming through. And cutting these thin bars, because this is less than a half a mil, it could even probably half a mil, and already I've got some decent color coming through, but again, is it worthy of thinking that it's going to be a two-sided stone? I doubt it. I kind of like to go back and forth on these wheels, because they're similar. This is 600, this one's probably a 400 or so. Take the edges off this diamond wheel, and let the Nova just work on down nice and slow. Like I said, it was so worn out. I think this side is gone though. I just don't see. Like this, you still got a little color. So, all in all, I'll just shape the stone and leave it that way. I'll keep it the way that it is right now. Yeah, you see how that color is right there? I'll work on a little bit more, I guess. Again, no harm in the color because I'm not expecting it to even... Yeah, she's coming out though. Look at the flagstone pattern down here. Got some pinks and oranges. I think that what happened was this actually dipped in. Because it's pretty flat the way that it is right now, really flat. And I think the color bar dipped down underneath it, and maybe a German or something like that might work a little bit better in this case. And it's got a haze to it anyways. Like cloud, cotton. I think that's what they call it, cotton. As you can see it coming through. Cool. That's as far as I'm going to go with it. I think it's going to be, it's ready for a setting anyways. Pretty much I'll put a little polish on it. And call this one. And then, because the other side's already polished. Yeah, that is almost perfect. I'll show you the finished product when I'm done cutting it.
This is completed now. 8.3 carats. Low dome, but it does have a dome. Beautiful, beautiful stone. Not bright. Wish it was more bright. This is probably a B3, B2 for brightness, but it does have the colors. More pastel-y. Pretty cool looking though.